Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is the Sobre Boys Wale Fatsi from the Big R. I'm together with Ntwentle. Today, as you know, it's Tuesday morning, and then we just want to check at the Euro, the Copa America news, and other news in general. And then, Jackie, will you kindly greet the viewers?
Thank you very much, Tau. Good morning to our viewers, and good morning to you as well, Tau. Thank you very much for having me again. And then we're about to start now, and then without any waste of time, let me come back to you, sir.
Yeah, we know that there is a whole lot of controversy. Playoffs were supposed to take place today, and then we know that Sintumunisi, who's the CEO of AM, and then including the owner of the company, the owner of the club, they say they're not going to honor the game. But that's not what we are going to discuss today. We'll discuss that on Saturday morning after having seen what's happening. Then on Saturday morning, we'll invite advocate, then look at the whole thing, look at the whole debacle and put it to rest. But this morning, we want to talk about what we see in terms of Chakuma debacle. So maybe, Jackie, highlight what is the issue at hand.
Yeah, things are very much happening right now within our football. And I must also put this as a disclaimer. We are not here to blame anyone. We are not here to point any fingers to anyone. All that we are trying to do is to make sure that we highlight what is happening, and then you as the viewer from home or wherever you may be, you are entitled to come up with your own views. We will lay the story as is according to the information that we've got, and then from there we will be able to put it to you guys so that you can be able to take your decisions. We are not going to blame anyone. We're not going to say anything in this matter. Now, back to the issue. Now, the main issue here, the topic is saying Mr. Mulaudzi, the former owner of Chakuma Chamazibandila, now known as Marumo Gallants FC, he's back now. He wants to take over his team, the very same team that has been changed to Marumo Gallants. So he wants to own that team back. What happened here is that, remember that he sold the team to Dr. Sillo, that is now called Marumo Gallants. And then after that, there was some money, which was about 10 million rand. The current owner is still owing Mr. Mulaudzi 10 million rand. And then what happened is that Mr. Mulaudzi served him with papers and then instructing him to pay within 10 days. Or if he doesn't do that, then they will be able to send another document or other papers that will compel him to terminate their transaction. So what is basically has happened right now is that the first documents were sent, and then he was given 10 days to pay that 10 million rand, which is a balance. Nothing happened. And then the second papers now have been sent through as well. And those papers are saying they must terminate their agreement or their sale, the sale of the team itself. And then by doing that, it means the deal becomes off. And then once it's off, it means it goes back to the previous owner, which is TTM, Mr. Mulaudzi himself. So now it has been revealed also that Dr. Sillo has been served with more papers of cancelling their deal after failures of the agreement, and the club must return back to their previous owner, which is Mr. Mulaudzi. So this matter is still under discussion, according to the spokesperson of TTM, Mr. Rufus Matsena. So the matter is still under discussion between the lawyers, and then they don't know now what's going to happen because they're still talking about the very same matter. But more papers have been sent to Marumo Gallants, indicating that now this must be cancelled, the deal must be cancelled, so that they can be able to take over the team back. So we as analysts, and then as the big R, we are not going to say who's wrong, who's right, or anything like that. We have laid the story on the table, and then we are now dissecting it, and then we will be able to also give you an opportunity as the viewers to be able to say or to comment or to say whatever your feelings may be. All that is happening is just that the two parties agreed on a sale transaction of a team from TTM, and then from there was a 10 million rand balance which was left, and now the previous owner says, pay me the 10 million rand within 10 days. If you don't do that, I'm going to send you more papers. Before even that particular 10 days lapses, more papers were sent through that says they must cancel their agreement. What does it say? It means that now if they cancel their agreement, then it means the team will go back to Mr. Mulaudzi. But the question is, what about the money that has been paid? What about all the money that has been spent to pay all the debts? What about the money that has been spent to rebrand the company and all those? We are not cleared up on that. Let me just come back to you, Mr. Tau. I've laid the matter on the table. Let me hear from your side, my friend.
Now let's say these are the allegations, all right?
Exactly, yes.
Because we can't say these are the facts. As much as the papers are in court, because once they are in court, they are in a public domain. But why I'm saying they are allegations, those allegations have not been tested. In the sense that we don't know the contract, the sale contract, what does it say? All right? Because probably either one of the two, maybe Mr. Malauch is following what the contract is saying. And then he's saying, because you can't meet what we agreed on, then I reserve my right to exercise my right of claiming whatever that I'm supposed to claim. So me and you were not privy enough to have the papers, to have the contract, all that information at our disposal. So whatever that we are saying is not facts. We are just saying what it is alleged. And I'm sure you said the story was taken from Sokalatu. Am I correct?
That's correct, yes.
We need also to acknowledge that because they are the source of the story. So maybe Sokalatu, they are the people who have all the information, all right? So, so in a nutshell, that's it. But let's assume, let's say hypothetically, because I heard you saying before the 10 days could expire, the second papers were sent.
That's according to the report.
Before 10 days expired. So that's a technicality which should be challenged in court, because probably should have waited for the 10 days to expire. And then if the 10 days did not expire, and then they send the papers before 10 days could expire, we don't know. Only the court will decide, because we don't know what informs that. But let's say hypothetically, it's all about now saying the team must change hands again and go back to Mr. Malauzi. What does it say about our football? What does it say about our business leaders who are leaders? Because my understanding of business, it's not a matter of a choice to have a legal department, a lawyer qualified to guide you in terms of the contract that you sign. Because once you have signed a contract, your lawyer will always guide you to say, in this contract, there are responsibilities. And the responsibilities are for both parties. Your part of the bargain is this, their part of the bargain is this. So it's important, if you're a business leader, at some point I did talk about the team. For one to succeed in business, you need a team. And within that team, one of the members that is very, very crucial is a legal somebody, a lawyer. You also need an accountant, you know, people who are professional, qualified to do these things, so that they can help you and guide you. So now, if that is the case, I'm not saying the two teams, they don't have legal experts guiding them, okay? I hope they're being guided. Remember, as the BICAR, we have the membership club where we teach about business and also about money. One of the issues that we always emphasize, when you run a business, you don't run it alone, you run with a team. Because when you run it alone, it's gonna be difficult. But if you have a team, and a team of competent people who can help you to make correct decisions. So one of those people is a lawyer, all right, who will tell you to say, look, this is your side of the bargain that you should keep. They should also keep that. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm not saying it's like that. As we are saying, these are the allegations. But viewers out there, what are you making out of this in terms of the teams are being bought, sold? You know, I don't know what's happening with our South African football. Or this football has become too much for individuals. It now needs corporate. All right, I don't know, maybe. Or it's a question of lack of people understanding how to run things. All right, we have people like Abramovich in England running Chelsea. You know, he's a businessman alone. Yeah, there are quite a number of people running alone, but probably they've surrounded themselves with good advisors, people who are competent to do that. So what's your take, you as the viewer? We want to hear your view. Do you think this will be good for our football? Because it's all this and that. Today we are told that the playoffs are not going to play. Now this debacle, I don't know, when is the league gonna start? And then will they be ready to start? So those are some of the issues. I want to wrap it up there, Jackie. I don't know whether you want to add something as far as that is concerned.
Absolutely, Tami. You've said it nicely, my friend. This is an allegation, and then definitely we are not there to judge anyone or anything like that. And at the same time, the standard of our football, I'm really worried with all these shenanigans that are taking place at the moment. We don't know what is going on, and we cannot blame anyone. But facts are there on the table for all of us to scrutinize the whole thing, look into the whole thing, and then be able to come up with some positive outcomes, which will be able to improve the situation. But Tau, thank you very much for having me once more. And really, it's been quite nice to talk to you, my brother. Thank you very much to the fans at home.
Okay, let's talk again during lunch hour, and then and look at Euro, Copa America, and the news in general. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you.